What's good, y'all? It's your girl Dosecity. I'm back with another video. If y'all want to get how I can roll with me, now listen, man. We finna get right into the conclusion of Queenzflip versus Lamont Hill. Now they met in the spaces. Apparently, they never had a conversation really about it until the footage dropped, right? And now they're forced to have that conversation in front of the whole world. Apparently in spaces, man, Lamont Hill was, what I'm saying, cooking some of the fans, what I'm saying, for calling him a liar, you know what I mean? Like, you got to know that Joe Budden podcast fans are very invested in these parasocial relationships that's going on the pod. So things got a little bit crazy in the spaces, and Queenzflip came in and I felt like he took accountability. So we gonna get right into it, man. Now listen, for some of y'all that's gonna be like, why don't you let it play out? Why don't you let it play out? Yo, this is somebody's whole content, bro. So in order for me to have it on my channel playing, I gotta be able to speak and have commentary in between the content while we're listening to what they're saying. You feel what I'm saying? So anyways, man, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let's get it. Let's go, man.
A lot of insight, and I just want to say this is my content. Use the timestamps to jump around. Here we go.
The only thing I was responding to was this idea that I was talking about people's money behind the scenes. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I don't really need to discuss the whole incident, but I'll leave that to y'all. I don't want to, but that's just ridiculous. And no one thinks I did that. It was clearly a joke. We joke about it all the time. We make jokes like that all the time about me being a lieutenant, about me being a supervisor, about playing into their narratives. There's no, you can thumbs down all you want, but the truth is, like, what are we talking about? First of all, why would I be discussing somebody else's pay? Why would I care how much somebody else makes? And why would somebody making less be to my advantage?
I guess because
Well, I originally said that's what it was given. What did Queenzflip mean by Queenzflip is the one who alluded to that, so you can't even be mad that people are you know what I mean? I don't even feel like it was just necessarily with pay. I think they kind of put two and two together. So I felt like Lamont Hill versus Queenzflip was very dumb, but I felt like it stemmed from behind the scenes a little like tension where Lamont Hill, he came on, right? He came on after, of course. Like, these guys are on a pod. There is some sort of competition that's happening. Like, we can't act like niggas is just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is a form of competition that seems to be going on with Queenzflip and Lamont Hill. So who really knows? Let me switch this off real quick. But who really knows, like, what really is the, you know what I'm saying? He's not obviously gonna come out and say, hey, like, you know what I mean? Him and Ian is cool. Him and, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's Queenzflip probably feel a certain type of way. But Queenzflip is the one who also said that. I read it on my video. He literally said they were having a conversation about pay behind the scenes before the pod started, and that it stemmed from that. So, like, what are we talking about?
the narrative, I know narratives be fake, but that you'll get the money if
And
somebody
real.
makes less.
You think there's a do you think there's a finite pool of money and we fight over?
I don't, but I just think that's the narrative that people are.
And if there was, wouldn't that be anyway? It's so ridiculous. Just to be clear, no, I've never had a conversation about anybody else's pay. I haven't even had a conversation with Joe about my pay. In fact, never in my life have I had that conversation. On this job, I mean, I'm not saying in any job. I'm saying never in my life have I had a conversation with any of them about that, about my pay or anybody. And I would never talk about nobody else's pay. That's stupid. It was a joke. It was obviously a joke. And I don't even think Flip thought that. I don't even think that's what we were arguing about. So this narrative that I'm sneaking behind the set, talking about people's pay. Why would they talk to me about somebody else's pay? He said Amani and Flip because those are the people I make jokes about. That's why he said Amani. I mean, I thought it was obviously a joke. And I think if you
It wasn't that obvious. I'll be honest. I peeped it, Mark, but it wasn't that obvious. Like, it did come up. You gotta give it to what's the name?
I just want to clarify. Shells is pretty even. Like, he's not like a COE guy.
No. I'm just saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying what my next sentence was about to be. I underestimated people's ability to see that.
He's on, like, when he said he never spoke to Joe ever about his pay, he's probably, telling the truth, because it's Ian who is the one who apparently deals with that, or if that is a thing, right? Like, Ian is the dude that they probably go to. But then here is even more funny. He cannot out here and think that people are not gonna know that you and somebody who, even if y'all work together, right? If y'all hang out, if y'all have like other, like him and Ian got a show together, right? You gotta kind of be around each other a little bit more to even do a show together, right? So it's like, that's not off for Flip to think, or somebody else on the outside to look at it like, yo, maybe Flip is alluding to the fact that you and Ian is mad cool. You know what I'm saying? He probably feel a little weird, like, yo, like, this nigga, I'm not saying Mark is saying he don't talk about this shit with nobody, with Joe. He specifically said with Joe. You understand? So I'm just like, I believe what he's saying, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna put it off where it's like, bro, you and Ian is mad cool. Y'all do a show together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, mad people came on that pod and nobody had no show with goddamn Ian until you and, y'all had Melissa in it for a little bit. But it's like, come on. So that means you and Ian must have a certain rapport. Who is the boss, really? Like, Joe is the boss, but Ian is the money boss, right? So it's like, it's not off that niggas is thinking what they're thinking. Like, you know what I mean?
Or the clarity of the joke. It might not be on the audience's issue.
It was tricky, you feel me? It was a little tricky.
It just seemed like an obvious joke given what we were talking about. But here's the thing. Even after he made the joke, I still clarified, even as a joke, like, I never said nothing about them. You know what I mean? Like, it was never...
All jokes got some truth in it, so even though people understand, some people understand it's a joke.
There was no truth.
You gotta understand.
I never had a conversation.
No, I get it, but I'm telling you that you gotta understand the other side, because you're doing that thing where you care about your intentions, like you were saying on the pod, and it's like, it's okay, we're just breaking it down, so we're gonna tell all parts. I think most people understand it was a joke, the whole thing's a joke, but your defense, it really does seem like you were bothered, and you don't like how you're coming out of it. It sounds like right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You mean sitting in front of 10 million people saying that I did something I didn't do?
No. I'm not saying that. I don't think that you like I don't think that you like how you looked in the situation. Like, I can tell that you don't like blowing up and doing that. So you coming up here defending it is like, yeah, we get it, Mark. Like, it's all right. We just about to break it down.
No. I think you missed what I was saying, brother. I'm gonna leave it alone, because I actually didn't come to talk about how I looked in the interaction. I came to correct that one statement that Dub made, which was about, I don't want to normalize the idea that I did something that didn't happen. That's all. The rest of it, that's for y'all to discuss. You know what I mean? I have no.
And what was that didn't happen, that you didn't speak behind Flip's back or anybody's back about pay
or anything like else? Or anything else. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. And that's all I got to say about it. The rest of it, I'll leave it to y'all.
I mean, you did. That's not tied, but you did say that, and I think I agree. Not everybody should make the same pay, and I feel like, depending on how you spin that, some certain people might be offended by that. I don't know why, but it seemed like it hit other people on the cast a little bit hard, like the way I looked at everyone's face.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it. Just
what? They said what?
I'm gonna leave all the analysis to y'all. I'm looking forward to listening to it. I love listening to y'all talk.
Thank you, man.
I want to hear it. I just wanted to. I'm only speaking to that one point because that's just a factual.
Wait, no, I had to go listen back to it again. So in that clip that I played in the beginning of my video, you said you didn't.
I didn't hear your video. I'm talking about what you said.
I'm just saying. I know, because that's why I said it. Like, and you said.
This is what I'm saying.
Wait, can I just break this point down before you say it?
No. I mean, can I break it down? But I'm not gonna be here for it. If you want to hear what I have to say.
Man.
Yeah, I don't owe y'all.
I didn't say you owe me anything. I just.
Let them finish, Dub. I mean, there's no harm. We're gonna be here all night. So let them finish, and we're gonna rebut or talk or add to it. Go ahead, Mark.
Like I said, do your thing. I want to listen to it. I'm just telling you, the thing that I'm disagreeing with is the claim by anybody that I've ever discussed anybody's pay or anybody's job or anybody or any other colleague or cast member.
Okay.
To anybody. That's what I'm telling you. I'm saying that is 100%, 1,000% completely not true.
Danny,
yes.
Can you please do me one favor? Because I don't want to say it and articulate myself wrong. Can you please go to my video in the beginning? It's like the very beginning of the video. Just play that clip with Mark's head.
All right. The files with Dub. The last video?
We're trying to get that free promo.
The part one.
Part one?
Yeah, like how it started.
Okay.
This nigga did 2 parts.
Quieting down. Seems like we've got to a lot of the smoke. Dub, you got smoke?
No. That's crazy.
crazy.
You know the difference between me. I didn't bring it up. He brought it up. It wasn't. I didn't say give me their money. What I said was I need more. The rest of the shit ain't my issue. You know, for the team. I'm a team player.
We got
That's the
him.
only part. That's the only part right there.
You got what? You got
That's
what?
the point that I made, that he was asking about his money. I said that in the beginning. I don't think that he was talking to them about their money,
That
but I
wasn't
do
including
believe
anybody
he was
else.
like,
What I said in that quote was, and again, even that was a joke. But what I said in that quote was, all I told you was, I need more money. The rest of the shit is up to you. That would mean that if the joke were true, if you don't believe it's a joke,
My point is that you said it.
no, it's listen to me, Dub. What I told him I said was, I need more money. That end of the sentence. That's the quote that I'm saying I said to Joe. That has no mention of anybody else. How would I need more money suggest you that I said something to somebody else about somebody else? 4 words. I need more money. I said all I said was I need more money. Period.
which was also a joke too, correct?
Yes, but I'm saying even if you think what I'm saying is, let's say it's not a joke. Let's say you 100.
No, Mark, I'm with you. I think it's a joke. I don't know.
No,
I think it's a joke.
but let's say it's not. Let's say it was true. That still means that I said I need more money. That doesn't mention anybody. Are you not supposed to go to your boss and say I need more money?
No, I said that. I defended you.
I'm
Get
not
your
saying to
money.
you, bro.
You
I'm
deserve
not saying to you. I'm saying to Dub. So when you say I said it based on that quote, Dub, what did I say?
You said you need more money, but you also said that you don't talk, about money or pay, without people being there. And I didn't. I
Dub, that wasn't
I didn't hear that.
Dub.
I never.
That wasn't
that's all
about
I'm saying.
nobody else. I said I don't talk about other people behind their back. Saying to my boss, I need more money. It's not talking about anybody else.
Okay, Mark, but that's also.
And
fine.
neither are
I'm
true.
not gonna go back and forth. It's my birthday. I gotta go upstairs, eat with the wife, man. You guys enjoy your day, man. The rest of your night. Just wanted to come in for a little bit.
Happy
Danny, you already
birthday,
know.
Dub.
That defense was a little strong, but I think that was a clear point to make. That I understand why he made it, but it was a bit strong, my man. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah, it's strong because it was just stupid. Like it actually doesn't make sense.
Joe Budden has his hand
Oh, Joe Budden said, "Hey Joe, I need more money."
Oh, you
True,
snake.
Joe.
Yo.
You backbiting. All right, go
Yo.
ahead.
Clearly.
Peace to the room.
And it's all
Benjamin,
Joe's
Benjamin.
fault, is what makes it even funnier.
Benjamin, go ahead, man. Go ahead. What you got to say?
Wait, is that me?
You had you. It's you. Go ahead.
I didn't know I was Benjamin.
Because you on your Zen shit right now. I can tell it. All right, go ahead.
Well, shouldn't I be?
Joe, man,
No.
why are you doing this, man?
I just came up here to clear my name on one point. I heard Mark clearing his. I said, that's a good idea. I'm going to come in here and clear my name, too. Then I'm going to go back to watching my little Netflix. You guys, I never... Some shit is just so stupid, you don't think anyone will ever believe it. Mark, nor anyone else on that podcast has ever had one conversation with me about any cast members' pay. That's just never going to happen. It didn't happen, but it was funny to say. And Mark never said whatever the fuck he said. None of that happened. It's just instigating. It's just me lying to produce and stir shit. That's it. It's nothing more. It's not that deep. And Mark is just a showman, so he went with it. Now we maybe didn't read the room. Bad time. But
By talking about it, aren't we doing the same thing?
hey, maybe it wasn't the best time to instigate, but me and Mark never had that. So who do y'all think I am?
Okay. Did
Yo, I
Duff
think-
directly
hey,
say
Joe,
that
I
he
think-
thought
I
that they
think
had
Ronnie
that
makes
talk?
too much.
I'm trying to. What did Joe exactly say? Because you got to pinpoint the exact language. He said nobody from the cast talked to him about how much other people should be making.
Yeah, like he's saying it essentially as nobody is pillow talking about contracts, which is fine. But at the end of the day, just in my opinion, I don't think you cannot have that conversation without knowing like where the bar is. So if you're better than Ish, you got to know how much Ish makes to get paid more than him. It's not gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go like that's how the shit work.
Nah, and I think that's where
That's
Joe
not
think
how
I
it
got him
works.
up. Like,
That's
y'all
not
think
how
I'm
it
talking about
Yo,
contracts
Mark, you can't be
to other
jumping up and
people?
down on the
Yo,
stage,
Mark,
bro. It's a
just-
bang down
Okay.
or kick it, bro.
Stay on stage.
Well, you know I can't come on unless somebody accepts my request, so I didn't just kick the
Oh,
door in.
my bad, big dog, my
Kick
bad.
in the door.
I want your voice to
Danny,
be
you
heard.
gatekeeping.
Yeah, you're right. He's right though. You know what? I'm gonna fall back. But just for the record, that's not how it works. Actually, I don't. Again, like I have an agent. I have
Nah,
an
I
actual
agree.
agent, and I don't ask to make more than other people. I ask for a number, and they give me that number, and we debate that number, and that happens between my agent and probably Ian. I've never had a conversation about money with anybody. I never need to, and I don't care how much anybody else makes. If my number is X, and I find out later that somebody else makes 2X, okay, but I would never find out. And you said, yes, at other jobs you might look it up, because you can look it up. In this business, you don't look up people's salaries. You think. And even if you could, which you couldn't, why would the boss who's trying to not pay as much money, because that's the point of owning the business, why would they tell me the numbers so that I could get it? Like, do you realize how little sense this makes?
No, I never said that ending
Nah, and the baby coming in like it's crazy in the back.
part, but I get what you're saying. Having an agent, solid,
And-
but I never said that you go to Joe directly and say, hey, what's X's salary? I say you kind of know, and you just said it. You said you know a number, so I'm assuming your agent looks at the field, gives you the
No.
accurate numbers. Okay, maybe not.
No,
You got
here's
it,
the
brother.
thing.
that's not how it works in this business. I'm not saying it doesn't work like that in any industry, but it doesn't work like that in industry. So when you say that's how it is, I don't want the audience to believe that what you're saying is true just because you're saying it with confidence.
Yo, I just want to let everybody know Mark is lying. He told me how much he makes, and I told him how much I make. And I don't.
That's what you're supposed to be, people.
But Amani, you work for free. Doesn't count.
I mean, that is true. Let's be. I got a rent stipend. My bad.
Sorry, I'm talking about money.
Oh, my bad. Who's
You're in the wrong combo.
Yeah,
You're in the
not
wrong
chickens.
All right, EBT don't count. All right, cool.
Section Joe. All right.
Yo, I love y'all. Not all of y'all, but at least you Danny, you Amani. Amani, I met you later with that.
Because you said while saying that kind of contradict.
I misunderstood. That's my fault.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Sorry, it's a lot of people like trying to like get at you.
I guess I was really answering the second part of the question. Was it wise?
No, I didn't ask that. Somebody in the audience asked it. I can react.
I see what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll just re-ask my question. When you made the statement, some of y'all deserve to make less. I'm asking who are you saying deserves to make less, and did that send the room over the edge?
I don't know. I don't remember the exact sentence, but I'll tell you what I think.
No, I'm quoting you directly.
I'm not saying that you're misquoting me. I'm saying I don't remember the quote, so I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean by it. So if it doesn't perfectly align word for word with what you have, I don't want you to think that it's me being cagey. I'm saying I'm going to give you my most honest answer. And that is, I don't think on a cast that everybody should make the same amount. I just don't.
I agree.
And to be clear, I don't think I should make the most.
I agree. The only reason I was asking because prior to that statement, you were spewing anti-capitalist rhetoric. So while saying that kind of contradicts, you know what I mean? But
I'm spewing anti-capitalist. Damn, y'all go hard.
I'm just saying, bro. You know what I mean? You was kicking some real shit, and then you said
capitalism. There are other modes of production. It doesn't just because you have a critique of capitalism doesn't mean that you have to believe that every single person in the world has to make the exact same amount of money. That's just
absolutely. It just contradicts.
So it's not a contradiction, is all I'm saying.
Oh well, I thought I perceived it as a contradiction.
He's Che Guevara. He's Che Guevara with bling on.
Yeah, he's
he's Castro
the dope boy communist.
I think critiques of capitalism are different than saying what people making less doesn't do anything for me. If everybody tripled their salary right now, like that wouldn't harm me. I would want that.
Team player.
Mark, do you think? No. Just if you want to have a conversation, have one. Even without the sarcasm. It's not about being a team player. I'm saying their extra money doesn't hurt me. So it's not even about being a team player. Even if I just didn't give a fuck. I think I am a team player, but even if I weren't, like it just don't matter. It would be like if in the NBA, if somebody won a max deal and they said, well, 2 more people don't get a max deal. Okay, cool. It would only affect me if it affected our ability to get other players. But if it didn't, then why would I care? I think everything in life is avoidable. Very few things are inevitable.
Can you answer what Mark was
Mark, why did sucker shit trigger you like that? Because after you watch it, we can obviously tell he wasn't calling you a sucker on some real. But why did it trigger you like that?
I think I explained that in the rest of the episode.
But why are we acting like that's not triggering for some people being called something that you're not, and you feel like you or not even that, you mishear some shit. You feel me? Like I feel like bro just misheard what was going on as well.
What did I lie about?
What did you lie about?
Yeah, you just
okay.
You literally said you came up here and lied. What did I lie about?
Well, you lied about what you said. You didn't like. You wasn't honest to what you said and what you were really like fake alluding to.
What did I claim today?
I don't want to go back on it though. Like I don't want to go.
Okay. All right. You got it.
No, I'm so serious.
I know, but I didn't. I mean, this is what I mean. But then y'all say you will say that I'm like micro analyzing the conversation or trying to like beat a dead horse. But you literally said with great clarity and no equivocation. If you say you literally said I lied. So it's not a crazy stretch for me to say you called me a liar.
Shout out to y'all. I just want to say this, man. Like sometimes it's just taking a joke or what was said out of context, and that's what I did. And we got to call it for the spade. That's it. Not I'm gonna confess something to y'all. So I was already aggravated that the pod before last I did, because they do some type of the fuck they do. What do you call it, Mark, when they analyze it? They was grading system, and it was like, yo, Flip, you did well. And shit like that. I got called from Ian, I got called from Joe, like, you did well. So then when I was in Baltimore, Ian told me to come into Patreon. I called Joe, like, why am I coming to Patreon for? And Joe said, just come into Patreon, I'm gonna pay you fully. I ended up coming into Patreon late, like an hour and a half late. So me and Joe, behind, while I came in, was going back and forth. If you look at the camera when he was sitting over there, you would see that he was looking, I was standing there the whole time. So, I sat down just being aggravated and being that, and I wasn't in the mood to take any jokes, and that's it. My man said he never did that. I took a joke wrong, and I just decided to go over the deep end, and we had the back and forth, and that's it. You know, I do believe that he didn't do that because it was confirmed. But when you're in the moment and you're heated, when everything lines up like that, sometimes you do that, man. That's what I did. Just to be transparent as far as that. I was listening. I heard, some defense. I heard some people talking what they was talking. But, it happened. That's exactly what happened. It's just Flip didn't know how to take a joke because things leading up to that. That's just what it is. And that's something between Joe and myself. And that's what I got to say for saying that.
Did they ask you for a payout or something?
Never a payout. No.
Somebody let me out there.
No, we ain't actually.
Yeah, that person was crazy.
I was listening to Anos. I mean, listen, hey.
Something was said wrong? Something was said wrong, you felt?
No, nothing was said. No, I didn't like what Shorty said. I blocked her because she's talking crazy. She's come in my room too much. She come in my room too much to talk about me like that. But other than that, I do feel like there was a lot of great points, valid points. I mean, listen, I rub people the wrong way, and when you rub people the wrong way, when you sign up for this you got to expect this. And at the end of the day, your Flip could not take a joke. Mark said what he said. It was a joke. Mark played into the joke. Me being Mr. COE, I should have caught on to that, but things leading up to that happened. If you look at it, Mark gave me a wink. I was just in my bag about something else that happened. I take 100% accountability, and that's it. You know what I mean? It was confirmed. We talked about it. I stayed. It was a long night that night. So I don't want nobody to play on Mark line and shit like that. If him and Joe came and said that, it's just Flip couldn't take a joke.
Well, okay, boom. Let me take the lie word back because it's so harsh. But I did feel like they spent the room.
I didn't speak shit, dog. I told you 100% the truth.
Whatever.
Your teams can adapt approved.
Whole night that night. So I don't want nobody to play on Mark line and shit like that. If him and Joe came and said that, it's just Flip couldn't take a joke.
Well, okay, boom. Let me take the lie word back because it's so harsh. But I did feel like they spent the room.
I didn't speak shit, dog. I told you 100% the truth.
Whatever.
When Mark, let me just say this. When Mark asked me that, Mark asked me a question. Have you known me to do that? The true answer is no. Never known him to do that. I was just being ignorant at that time. I wanted to be ignorant.
Yo, Flip, did he catch you by surprise? Like his reaction?
I know. Mark didn't catch me by surprise at all, man. I mean, I understood his frustration. Mark is a person. What I learned about Mark is Mark tries his best to look out for people, especially me. Like behind the scenes. Yo, what do you need? He doesn't get sleep. If I ask Mark for a favor, he wouldn't go to sleep until he makes sure that favor happens.
So, Flip, can I ask you a question?
Hold on. Let me finish that, and I promise that. So, I understand his frustration. Like, yo, bro, you putting this on me, knowing how far I would go. You should know that we're just potted. I just chose at that moment to be ignorant. I have to stand on it. I chose that. Just chose that route. Yo, all right, nigga, nigga, you playing a little bit too much with me. That's the angle I chose, and I just went. Yeah, you guys.
I literally said this in the video of, like, go watch that video first. Like, I said this in the video. I literally said this. It all matters what the relationship that Flip and Mark has. I literally said that. I was like, yo, niggas was joking. What if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they have that type of relationship to joke that way, to have those type of conversations with each other on air, and one person think they cool like that, and the other person is like, we don't, you know what I'm saying? I said Mark might think that him and Flip is cool like that, to say what he said. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Flip right here just taking the beat in for Mark. It shows that these guys are actually really cool. You know what I mean? Because Mark is getting, like, they're like against Mark right now. Like, it just like flipped in another way. Like, they all is like, Mark lose this temper, everybody's against Mark right now. Like, niggas is talking crazy. So Flip coming in and taking the you know what I'm saying, the bullet, God forbid, for Mark. I think that's good.
No, you seem to have a calmer demeanor throughout the whole kind of, debate or whatever the case may be. What made you stand up? Was it true aggression, or was it just because you was trying to, optics fix yourself?
Don't comment. I think that comment that doesn't matter. I think I shouldn't have stood up. That's it. I shouldn't have stood up, regardless of what it is, regardless of what my reason is to stand up. I shouldn't just stand up. I was just, like I said, I was in my bag, and that's what it is. And we should believe when people tell you guys should believe when a person tell you that didn't happen. Take it, take it for what it is, because that's just the truth. And I came up here because I wasn't gonna come up here. Shout out to everybody putting it together. I heard the shots that flipped the network. I heard the identity shots, which is nonsense. I heard then the space was given when somebody said, yo, do you watch his channel? He's still putting up numbers. He do what he do. Then I heard somebody backbite. It was just a bunch. I just respected that. And I heard my man Mark up here, so I decided to come up here and just express myself and say that, it was me taking the shit how I took it. You know what I mean? And Danny, you've been watching for a long time, right? a lot of times you assess things right and you assess things wrong. Even sometimes when you say, yo, I do manipulation tactics, sometimes you be right. So you should know by watching it, your Flip just chose to do that. Because in my mind, like I said, if you watch it, he winked at me. Yo, Flip, I love you, wink. But I'm gonna use this small thing that I'm going through here and I'm just gonna blow up because I want to blow up. Is it right? No, it's wrong.
So when both of y'all said I love you, because I did catch that before the blow up, Mark said I love you, and you was like I love you too. So that was after that, it was just all performance.
I mean, it was. Come on. No.
But that was real life, man.
When you say it was performance, things get out of hand when there's a lack of communication or a misunderstanding. So what I'm saying is that I chose to believe that the joke that Joe was saying was true at that moment, even though in the back of my mind I knew it wasn't true. That's what I'm telling you. I chose to just take that route. Honestly, once I heard that, it's like, all right, y'all niggas is playing with me now.
What is
my man was, huh?
What is backbiting? You often say that backbiting is the act of talking to somebody when they're not present. But it seems like a lot of these comments are happening on Spaces or podcasts, so that's not backbiting. It's not like backbiting is if you find out someone's in a back room saying Flip is trash or something like that.
Well, if I believed what Joe said, I wasn't there. I didn't hear it. If I chose to believe that angle, I would consider that backbiting, but it wasn't true. That's what I'm saying. It was just manipulating the situation at the time.
So Mark, to your knowledge, has never backbit anyone on the cast?
No. He didn't backbite anybody to me. He didn't backbite me. I mean, I spoke to. Listen, I was there.
Okay.
You know, we
can I ask one question before you go, Flip? One thing.
Sure.
You said Mark never backbit or nothing like that. I'm just bugging. If I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong. I ain't even gonna go crazy. So, on an episode before, you were saying like something you caught Mark and Mel texting or something like that, like they be talking or like they be having little conversations or whatever that you know about. Am I wrong or am I bugging? I mean, am I wrong? Am I right?
Did I say that before? No, I mean, you might be bugging. If I did say that, it was a joke. I do know Mel. You know, shout out to Mel. I do know she has told me that, you know, she confessed. She would confess, like, you know, certain moments when she has a question or whenever, you know, she communicate with Mark, but that's just on the podcast. That's their thing. I was just talking shit at that moment, just being funny.
All right, just wanted to clear that up.
I do want to say this though. I do want to say also.
Go ahead.
That was nasty, bro. Like you threading up, like you running up the wrong like lane right now. This nigga just like Mark got a whole wife, my boy. Like sometimes if you saying you a fan of the Joe Budden podcast, of all that shit, then you gotta be on some real shit. Really look out in ways that niggas is not asking you to look out. Just be a real nigga. Just be a stand-up nigga, right? Bro got a whole wife, bro. You trying to make it seem like Queenzflip and you know what I'm saying? And Queenzflip like, oh, that's a joke and this a joke. Everything there's a saying though, right? Because I understand what bro's getting at. There's a saying. 70% of the joke is normally truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's you trying to be truthful. You know what I'm saying? 70% of it is like, 70% of the time is like, is it really a joke, nigga? Everything ain't a joke. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times niggas be meaning shit and they just put it in a jokey way to get it off. It's like a kind of like a passive aggressive kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be passive aggressive and they be fake. Oh yeah, we joking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, nah, nigga, you just being passive aggressive. Just say how you feel. You already know Flip feel like a lot of people saying Flip be like always in Melissa Ford business and wanting to know who she fucking with or all types of shit. It's like this like weird kind of like friendship brother sister kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like he's probably like that with like a lot of his female counterparts. Like, yo, like Flip comes off as like, oh, I'm tough like this, but he might be just like a teddy bear. You know what I'm saying? And he got like a lot of respect for Melissa. And he's always wanted to know who she talking to, where she talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the narrative that they have on Flip and Melissa on the Joe Budden podcast. This is not even just me. I'm not even saying that I even believe this, but I'm saying this is the narrative that is around about them. So, you know?
Let me see. How can I put this? Mark is just when it comes to shit with Flip, man, Mark has tried his best to be a peacemaker. I can say that, Mark. Mark has tried his best to be a peacemaker, and I've watched him, just try to make peace in the moment, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? So,
I feel like that's what you did. You know what I mean? Yo, let's try to do this later. Like, yeah, I mean, you wasn't doing your regular Queenzflip, get all up in the face. You wasn't doing none of that. You was just trying to defuse it the whole time.
But how does that look though? At the end of the day, you still trying to cater to sponsors. You're still trying to get to the next level. I'm on the internet. I have 3 fights back to back. Like, think about it.
You didn't technically start this one though.
But listen, one on the Parkway.
But it wouldn't matter for people that's just.
Another one. There was 3 that happened within a month.
Obviously, I watch your shit.
No, that one on the Parkway. You started that one, big dog.
Okay, cool.
That's hate. I mean, you did say you're not gonna do anything.
Yeah, like.
Now, from watching you flip, I feel like these moments damn near be meeting you. You don't go towards them.
But here's the thing. You talking about on the podcast? I said you're not gonna do anything. You
said it to that young man in the Parkway.
And I said it on the podcast. This is a line that I say. And nothing gonna happen to Flip. Or you ain't gonna do. That's just how I speak. So what I'm saying is that I have to be honest. It doesn't look good. Like you did that. You did this. There was I don't want to get into too details, but Mark came in and prevented something that happened with me the week prior. I can say that. I don't want to get any details, but he held it down. He didn't talk about it. I ended up talking about it to the higher ups. He did. He did all that. He did that. And then it just looked like a pattern. Like,
if I don't just interrupt you real quick, that's what I was talking about, y'all, on this show when I said something. I don't do that because something just happened. And I didn't do that. I was talking about like something big and personal. Like,
facts. You held it down. Right there. You held it down. So that's what he did. So Mark, there was something that happened the week prior, and it was just crazy outside. And Mark came in and played peacemaker. Talked to me. Yo, you got a lot going on. What are you doing? Da-da-da. He talked to the other party, and it was supposed to be kept a secret. And when I got told to sit down, I just called, yo, hey, I know them niggas told you downstairs, da-da-da-da. He's like, nah, that's not what it is, but thank you for putting me on. I told all parties, yo, I put Joe on to what happened. Mark probably didn't know that, but that's what I said. So
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so I put Joe on.
I walked away, I was like, this ain't my business, and I left it alone.
Yeah, but you did stand there, because I remember watching you walking away shaking your head like, what the hell is going on? But you came back and you made peace. I got to thank you for that. You made peace and you explained to me, and you defended me too. You defended me, and I appreciate that. So that happened. Let's move forward. The reason why I don't, it's just.
So what he's trying to say is Mark is a real nigga, Chad. Mark is a real nigga. Right? Is that what he's saying? Mark is a real nigga?
At some point you gotta filter yourself in real time. And filtering yourself in real time is just like, be calm. You don't gotta do all that. I don't want to get into logistics. I'm not talking about fighting. It just sounds crazy. I'm 38 years old, and I'm not doing that. There's just too much back to back to back. And if sponsors or people see that back to back to back, they ain't gonna fuck with you. 1 could be a mistake. 2 could be like, all right, nigga, you bugging. 3 is like, okay, this nigga's out of control. I don't want to keep doing it. I'm just being transparent when it comes to that. So when you say you calm, you're just thinking calmly. You're just, all right, man, I'm not, and we're in the moment. Sometimes you gotta filter yourself. Hope that makes sense. I know you guys say I talk in circles. I don't make sense sometimes. I don't articulate myself well.
That don't make sense.
That made sense to me.
Which was funny.
Makes sense to me.
And I appreciate.
I think Queenzflip had that conversation with the higher ups, and they told that nigga exactly what he's expected. What I said earlier, I said Queenzflip need this job. No offense to that. This is probably a great paying job, right? Like sometimes, you like nigga, I'ma hold it the fuck down, nigga. I'ma bite my motherfucking tongue for the next 6 months. Cause this shit good. It's not worth like crashing out over. Like, I'm not finna lose everything over one crash out. Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? So it's all respect to him when I say that. When I look at it, like the way he spoke about it, I understand exactly. And it sounds like he had that conversation with people that he probably respects. And they probably told him, yo, you bugging. Like, you've been on, you know what I'm saying? Even though bro was like, you know what I mean? But you got to realize, like, you COE, content over everything. If you content over everything, you shouldn't be really getting tight at a nigga making a jokey joke. Right? So, that's what I mean.
Y'all defending me, and I appreciate y'all with the comments as well. And Mark, I appreciate you. We don't talk behind the scenes, man.
You rap true.
You know what I'm saying? And
y'all haven't talked behind the scenes yet about this situation?
They couldn't go to the balcony.
thought we
You asked too
spoke.
many questions, Danny.
Can't go to the projects down the street.
We saw each other downstairs. We saw each other. That's my man. Like, we just gonna get into more deep. Like, now that it came out, where everybody could, because we going, things happen in real time. So if you don't remember things, you see things, you in the moment. Now that you watch things, you get more of an understanding. You can have a conversation as adults and as men, and we still gotta perform. It's still time. We still got a show to put on. You know what I'm saying? So,
Was Ish really pulling you back hard? Like
yes, he was.
he was really okay.
You that strong?
You were right about that. He's an old man. He got old man strength.
Nigga got the iron fist holding that nigga back. That nigga Ish had the iron fist.
Was on that timing.
I'm not talking about that.
Y'all be missing how fast Flip is. I don't
not
think
talking
y'all
about
be
that.
They can't play the money angle no more, so now they trying to start some dumb shit. All right,
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. Yo, I just wanted to come and make, because I know Mark. I'm learning Mark more and more, and I don't want people to just be like, yo, like it was confirmed. Yo, Flip, you should, like, they talk. You know, it's always the same thing. It was Parks, Erickson, Joe, son. Everybody was there. They were just talking. Hey, yo, listen, bro. Like, come on, Flip. And
Wait, so where did Ish tell Mark that he went wrong at? If you don't mind sharing that, Mark. When you went outside, you said that Ish told you went wrong at a part. I just want to see if it's the same spot I see. Yeah, Mark.
I ain't got nothing else to say about the situation. You know what I mean?
Respect.
I just want to clear up the shit about the money and all of that, because I needed that to be clear. I would never do that, and I didn't do that. And I appreciate you for honoring that and backing that up too. That means a lot to me.
Yeah, Mark, because, you know, we forget how powerful. Like, we don't forget, but we don't take. You know, it's powerful. It's all over the place, and I don't want that to be the narrative. I'm just in my feelings at the moment. That's it. Yo, Flip didn't take a joke. Well, that's it. You would see Mark winked at me. Usually the wink would indicate, hey, yo, bro, come on, you know what time it is. Go into it. I chose to just do that, yo, because Mark could hear me say, yo, behind the scenes. I'm moving it off the fans. So now he hears me. He don't have to headphone, but he can hear me say it behind the scenes, even if I'm not on mic. And he's like, all right, then I said that sucker shit. So he's like, all right, come on now, bro. I don't overdo that, you playing. So I understand the whole frustration. And we men at the end of the day. I'm not talking about fighting. I'm not talking about getting up. I don't want to talk about that. I salute you guys. Thank you for allowing me to come up here and express myself. You guys are doing a great job. And
yeah. Well, accountability is very important in life. Some people will sit around and act like they're always right. And some people will take accountability for when they're wrong. And I'm always on the side of accountability. Shout outs to those guys. You know?